Buddy. It's 9:23, 75 degrees in Adams County. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Let me see. Just some white fluffy clouds in the sky. Sun burning bright, sending its warm glow down upon us. And the air is not humid. It's actually kind of cool with a little bit of a breeze, even though it's 75 degrees. It is lovely. Gas is $4.29 at the Sunoco in Fairfield. And yeah, good morning, Jeff. Happy day after your birthday. Let's all wish Jeff Pasnick a happy birthday when we see him. And David, good morning to you as well. So I took today off because my friend from Jersey has come down for the weekend, and I promised Cindy that I would stay home today and clean. And you say, well, it doesn't look like you're staying home and cleaning. No, I have to run into town and grab something, and I figured, well, I'll do a little drive here with you guys while I do that, and then head back and clean. So there you go. That's what's going on today. Let's see, what exciting news can I share with you, if there's any? Nothing I can share just yet, but there's always something lurking in the background. We don't know if it'll actually amount to anything, but that's why we don't speak it. Because what's that old saying about announcing your plans and God laughing? The Dirt Bikes says, morning all, hope it's a great Friday for everyone. And that's very kind of you. I hope it is for you as well. And Michael Walker says, good morning, or good Friday morning all. Good morning to you guys as well. All right, so let's see. Next week begins the release of our CWI interviews. The first one is with Keith Bohannon. And I believe the title of the talk he gave, which the interview is based on, is From Soldier to Klansman. And it's about, oh shit, I forget his name. But a guy, Confederate, who was in the Army of Northern Virginia in the 8th Georgia. And after the war, became quite a active member of the Klan. And wrote about it, and he was more proud of his service there than in the Army of Northern Virginia. So we talk about that with him at CWI. And a couple more we have coming down the pike. We got one about drugs, the Civil War on drugs. And another one with Pete Vermillier and Jared Peatman. And another with Nicole Moore. It's live. All right, I just lost connection. Did I lose you totally? Just lost 3 views. Could I have lost everyone? Let's see if it goes down substantially after that. Did we freeze? Can you hear me? Still here. Okay, good. So that was just 3 people that can't stand it. Okay, so moving right along. Yeah, those are coming out, and then our live stream Ask a Guides are coming up every other week. And I wish I could remember what's coming. You'll just have to, tune in and find out. Ms. Lisi says, thank God it's Friday. Happy job burnout Friday. Win the lottery and hire me, Matt. I would love to. I would love to. And I really would. Not because I'd win the lottery, but because I'd love to keep this going and properly staff it. And fully, I should say, not properly, fully staff it. You would be amazed. You would be amazed at how good this could be if I could properly staff it. I love that Van Housen says, morning, I can still hear you. My sympathies. Rick says, still here, can hear you. Okay, good. Joe Denise, Matt loved the latest Ask a Guide on 10 Crucial Days campaign. Thank you very much. Glad you like that. I must admit, and I'm changing this, I just spent $130 on books on the Revolution as recommended by Ken Gavin for something that he and I are working on. I don't know, maybe to start next year, but I have to really become better versed on the high points of the Revolution, and Ken can fill in the rest. But yeah, so I don't know enough about it, and there was a point where Ralph was going on, and I was completely lost. And instead of doing what I should have done, which was put the brakes on and be like, all right, hold on. One step at a time. I was just so lost I didn't even know where to bring it back to. So I'm glad that you liked it, because I felt that I was dropping the ball there and letting you down as a host. And so I'm glad that you didn't need me. I needed somebody to host it. Ms. Lisa says, I work in mental health, so I would be helpful. Oh, well then you would fit right in. I don't know if you would actually enjoy it, because it's basically an insane asylum on our show. Although we're like the fun, insane people, you know? Like kind of like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Like you could take us out on a boat. We're not going to hurt anybody. We'll have fun. You know? We're harmless cuckoos. BKW, good morning from Missouri. He says, good morning from Pennsylvania. How's life with me? Asks Rick. Life's pretty good. I can't really complain. You know, it's got its basic stresses and frustrations, but that's life, you know, so not really worth bitching about. It's too pretty a day to do that anyway. Yeah, not looking, it's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. Although there's, you know, there are some heavy things that worry me, but I'm trying to fix them before they actually become a problem. In other words, they're problems I foresee down the road, but I still have a little time to try to remedy them. One of them is keeping Tad. The other one is adding Derek. I'm sorry, Stephen Taft. Those are expensive worries. So other than that, though, everything is good. Everyone I know is well, and the few that are not well are getting well and moving in the right direction. Can't complain. How's life with you, Rick? Ryan says, morning from SoCal. Oh, very nice. Well, I'm going out west where I belong. I don't know if I want to live out there, though. I would. I think I would. The weather sounds great. What part of Southern California are you in? And Flying Flynn up in Portage, how are you? Bill says, is the Sickles Field Talk going to be another sit-down? Yes. So all of the field talks this year are sit-downs. Part of the reason we did that is because A, we're trying to change it up. We've been doing the Get Out of the Car tours for about 5 years, and even though they're free, attendance in them has dropped. Now, we were a little spoiled because we started them during COVID when nobody was doing tours. Everybody was falling for it, so they did nothing. And we were the only ones who did it, the only brave. We were the few brave out there. And so, yeah, somebody even said to me at the time, he goes, you know, what you're doing is great because you're scratching an itch ever since the park stopped doing their walks and everything. People want it, and you're providing it. But then everything went back to normal and divided the audience. So I'm like, well, maybe we could do something to try to bring that back and change it up a bit. So we're doing the field talks, but the field talks, if you look at everything that we're doing, I'll give you examples. Ask a Guides are live, and we highly encourage audience participation. That's why we do them live. For the most part, a couple of, it makes it a little easier on us to do them live. So we want you to call in, we want you to comment and participate in the conversation. The anniversary shows last year were really me and a historian interviewing the audience, as opposed to the other way around. And same with the, what do you call them, tavern talks. We're interviewing the audience. We want the audience to participate. We want to know what you think, and we know a lot of you want your thoughts to be known and heard, and so we want to give you that platform. So same thing with the field talks. You come out, bring your chair, bring a blanket if you want to lay down, make yourself comfortable. Sign up for them so you can get the material to review, but you don't absolutely need it. You can just sit there and listen. Come on out and discuss these things with us. I can tell you, I'm very pleasantly surprised. I thought making 2 of the tours this year patron only would actually limit the number of people who would come, because the patrons are all over the place. I didn't realize so many were so close, because they actually have, at least as far as signups go, have better attendance than the free ones, which is great. Next month, or this month, I guess, technically, well, not technically, but for all intents and purposes, this month, August, and I believe it's the 15th, but don't quote me on that, but it's around there, 3rd Saturday of the month, patron only, talking about Dan Sickles and the position he was assigned to hold. And we're going to all put our general stars on, and we're going to decide if Sickles was smart to move without orders, or if he should have stayed where he was, and how could he have defended it if he did. You're going to tell us that. We're all going to discuss that. We got about 54, I think, people signed up for that, which is great, because those are all patrons, and they're allowed to bring family or friends, and we're not going to put a limit on that, so you can bring whoever you want to as well. It's all free for the patrons. All these are free this year. However, next year, I forgot who it was it Rick asked how life was? Here's one of the things that worry me, is keeping Addressing Gettysburg going. I'm starting to recognize my own limitations, mainly due to just getting a little older, but also, we all have limitations. And just to keep the core operation, which is Addressing Gettysburg and the podcast going, one of the things I have to do, if we can't get more patrons, YouTube interferes with, and so we can't rely on YouTube revenue. And if we can't get big donors to donate to DHP to help stabilize us, then we've got to figure out a way to generate more revenue. It won't be the right revenue, the proper amount, or what I mean. But it'll be more revenue. And so one of those things that we're going to do is we're going to spend the criminal money that it takes to get a commercial use license, and we're going to do tours on a regular basis. Not only the world famous Get Out of the Car tour series, but more specialty tours. We had cigar night at Ralph's the other night, and it was me and Stephen Taft and a bunch of guides, and I basically told them, here's what we're doing, and I can make you some money, but I need you to participate with me. And they were all seemingly amenable to that. So we're going to start doing that. And the Get Out of the Car tours are no longer going to be free, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't afford to float you. And so, but I'm going to make them not insane. It's going to have to work financially, but I'm going to try to keep the price as low as possible. And I figured, because we've basically gotten to the number that I imagined we would have gotten to if we had charged all along. You know, at first we were having like 100 people come. It was great, but it's 100 people coming to a free thing. Like, how hard is that? But now that, like I said before, the interest in it seems to have waned, now it's down to about 30, 40, somewhere around there per tour. And it's pretty much what I figured it would be if we were charged. Like, we would have lost 70% based on the fact that we were charging. I could be wrong. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But my point is, now I just have to face reality. And it's nice to want to keep it free for everybody, and that's very altruistic and all that jazz. But not if it's threatening to put you in the poorhouse. And I'm not at that point. Don't get me wrong. But if we keep doing things that way, you know, it's not going to work. So, and you know, the cost of everything is going up and yada, yada, yada. So that's the deal there. So if you want to experience a free get out of the car tour, perhaps for the first time or for the last time, because you just don't want to pay for them, you got 2 more opportunities this year, September and October, and then the fun begins. I can't believe we're almost into fall. It's so crazy how quickly summer goes by. Look at that. We've got a little ding, 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 ding here. I think this is because it just passed. Yes, it did. Okay, yes, no train coming. Mike Walker just signed up for the Sickles program. Thank you, Mike. Also, thank you for being a patron. Justin, good morning. Wundermonkey says, I think the hard part for most people is just getting there. If I was even at least a couple hours closer, then I would be stuck. Yeah, well, obviously the probably vast, well, actually, no, I don't know if it's vast majority. But yes, a lot of people don't live close by and it's hard to get here. But they once did, is the point. So I don't know if there's 50 million people within a 4-mile or 4-hour drive of Gettysburg. I think it might be up to 60 or 65 now. So it's not that there is, it's difficult for people to get here. We're very close to DC, Baltimore, Frederick, Harrisburg, York. These are all big population centers. Pittsburgh isn't even far away. New Jersey, New York. These are all day trips if you like driving for 3 hours or 4 hours. So I don't think it's proximity. I mean, obviously for you it is. That makes sense that you would think that. But yeah, there's a huge pool of people here. Not that you're wrong, Dave. I'm just saying I don't know if that's really the main thing. I mean, I guess, yeah, if you zoom out and go, well, out of 8 billion people, it's not easy for most people to get here. That's true. That is true. But we got 60 million. Rick says, I'll make sure to become a patron and show my support. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. I thought you already were. I'm confusing you with another Rick. I'm sorry. Joe Denise, sign me up for these tours. I know it may cost some money, but if we can do fun stuff and make them worthwhile, then it'll be good for everyone. Yeah. And you know, I don't know if you've noticed, but we like to mix entertainment with our education and community. I just saw a comment, obviously from a new viewer on YouTube, on a show that we did in somewhere between 2020 and 2021, because we were still in the shed. I'm sorry, 2020 and 2023, because we were still in the shed. I think it's closer to 2020 or 2021. And he starts off with, I'm sure you're all very nice people, but it took you 7 minutes. I came here to learn about Civil War artillery, and it took you 7 minutes of talking to your guest before you actually got to it. Well, it was the first time that the guest was on the show. The guest is a licensed battlefield guide, and one of the purposes of addressing Gettysburg, most particularly Ask a Gettysburg Guide, is to promote the guides and promote guiding. I've always been a fan of them. I think they do a great thing. They're great ambassadors for the public at the park. And it's a very unique thing that we have here, and these guys are great. They really know what they're talking about. And so every time we have somebody on for the first time, I always ask them a little bit about themselves so that the audience can relate to them. And this commenter pointed out that there are other podcasts that get right into it. And I say, yes, and you're more than welcome to go and listen to them. And that's fine. This is for people who want to be part of something more than just being spoon-fed information. And that's quite all right. There's a large world out there and all kinds of tastes. And sorry, but you're not our taste and we're not your taste, and that's okay, everybody. People have to understand. You can't be everything to everyone, and everything isn't for everyone. And that's okay. Thank you for your forgiveness, Rick. I appreciate that. Oh, there you go. Wonder Monkey's 6.5 hours away, and he made it a day trip here a couple times. I couldn't do that. No way. I used to sit in a car for an hour. I'm like, are we there yet? My back is screaming, my brain is racing. I gotta get out and move around. So good for you for doing that. And Eric Houston too. Like, that guy drives all over the place. I don't know how you guys do that. I used to do it. I do know how you do it. I used to love just driving. Loved it. Then my back issues started, and now it's literally a pain to do it for more than an hour. So hopefully I can get that fixed, though. We're starting to explore what's going on in the backal region, which is the medical term. Fred says, waiting for my delivery of 3 bags of Little Ground Top. I tried to convince her we needed to drive back, but she heard you say we can have it shipped. Damn. I am so sorry. Maybe I shouldn't say that so that everybody can get a trip back here. 6 questions says, the Ask a Guides helped me study for the exam. There you go. And guess what 6 questions did? He passed the written. Okay? And by the way, I don't want to jinx him, but I'm just going to say Mike's got his second oral coming up, and let us wish him all a good luck. Not a good luck. Good luck. And the other thing too, the other point of addressing Gettysburg is Gettysburg itself is a community. And I want to show it as best I can, at least how I see it, at least, and the people I interact with within it. I want to show it to the audience, and in turn make them feel like they're part of this community, and have an online community form as well. And so, what is this? Oh my God, it's a snake. Look, everybody. Where is he? Let's take a look at him. There he is. There he is. Look at that slithering little bastard. It's focusing on the reflection. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, come on. Snake, why do you have to move right there? Let's see. We'll pull up next to the disgusting, slithering, filthy. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Little snake there. Okay. Great. Ugh. Moving right along. Go play with it? Yeah, no. I know they're not poisonous, but there's something about a thing that can move without legs or wings that creeps me out. Joe Denise says, as the battle was a meeting of the roads, the town is a meeting of history nerds to come together. Yes, I agree. It is, I think it is the mecca of American history, not only because we do have layers of eras here, but it's just a place where history nerds feel comfortable coming to and being their history nerd self. Um, it's the one place where normies feel out of place, right? History nerds, like if we go, I know some people do it and they don't care. I'm not particularly the type who's going to go to, let's say, New York City and wear a kepi or a slouch hat. But I know some people who might. But I think most people that wouldn't wear one to a place like that, or really any other place where it's not Civil War oriented. Here, everybody wears whatever the hell they want to wear, and nobody bats an eye. And actually, the people who aren't dressed up in something, I mean, even if you're wearing normal modern day clothes, but you've got a kepi on, you're at least, nobody. But it's the people that don't have any of that are like, they're the ones that feel out of place. They're the ones that feel not unwelcomed, but they feel like they're not in their element. And so I think that's why a lot of people come here, is because they can satisfy that fetish to wear clothing from another time. And I don't say fetish to demean it or make it perverted or anything like that. Because that's what it is, right? Like you want to wear a hat from another time because you want to look like, I don't know, your favorite general, or I don't know, a character in a movie or whatever who had that cool hat. He went and bought it. And that's what's cool about Gettysburg. I remember one year when we started Gettysburg, Pete, my business partner at the time, and I sat out on the sidewalk to drum up business, and it was a Memorial Day weekend, and we were just astonished. Like, we had thought prior to that, because this was our first or second season. No, it was our second season. And we had, prior to moving to Gettysburg, we thought that it was just, Civil War, reenactors and otherwise. But, I mean, I swear we saw a Pecos spill. We saw a Vietnamese reenactor, not Vietnamese, but Vietnam War reenactors. Of course, that was for the parade, but they were just walking around. It was like 2 days before the parade. And they were just walking around and everything. And I swear to God, I saw 1940s Harlem pimps in zoot suits with the big hats and everything like that. It was something to see. It was something to see. I don't know what they were doing here. We didn't have camera phones back then, so we didn't take a picture. Because that was something I was like, okay, I don't know where. Now, I haven't seen that since, but that's what I'm talking about. You can dress up as anything, and nobody's going to say, why are you dressed as Pecos Bill? Nobody cares. Let your freak flag fly in Gettysburg. That's the Newtown motto. Sixth question says, August 5th is all or nothing. I feel a lot more confident and less nervous this time. Good. Reverend Wade hates snakes as well. Thank you. Me too. Sixth question says, I like rats. They take care of the things I cannot stand. Yeah. So, right. And I'm not big on spiders, but since moving out to the woods, I tolerate them. And also snakes, because you know why? We don't like rodents. So as long as it's not like a rattlesnake, I don't care. The only time I call the snake was because we had Cindy's daughter living in the house, and you got to take care of business there. And of course, she saw it and ran back into her room and hid behind the dog. And then, of course, by the time the snake guy got there, there was no sign of it, and so we had to put out traps. And of course, it never caught the snake, so God knows where the hell he is. Music muster is this weekend. Oh, okay. I think we're heading over to the set of Killed at Resaca in the morning, and then we're going to go down to Antietam and Shepardstown. I'm going to take a trip to O'Hurley's General Store. My friend who's coming to visit Pete, he thinks that we're just going, to see other battlefields. But really, the ulterior motive is to go to O'Hurley's General Store, get a couple of new shirts now that I'm thinner, and perhaps an oil lamp. Who knows? But also because it's one of my favorite places to go. Good morning, Chris. How are you? Big Spence says, Matt, I need that picture of us. What picture are you talking about, Spencer? Oh, of you carrying me? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. I will, I'm not going to be, I'll have to do it next week because I'm not going to be around this studio long enough. Oh, actually, I can grab the hard drive and bring it home. I'll do that. There's a whole series of them that he took. We had a lot of fun. Spencer runs Horse Tours of Gettysburg, and we did one of our episodes of Resident Tourist with them, and Tad got to drive the team. I did too for a little bit, but it was nice to see Tad step out of his comfort zone and drive the horses a bit. But we had fun. It was cool, and I'm glad we did it the way we did it, Spence, because if we had tried to simulate a tour, it would have been a logistical nightmare, or if you will, Nachtmare. So we didn't do that. Seeing as how I have the day off, you guys are in for a treat because we're going to do the full Monty, Sans East Cavalry Field. So we're going to go through town again. How did this guy get ahead of me? Oh, because he went a different way. No, he didn't. Where am I? What happened? Am I in the Twilight Zone? I'm trying to get away from this guy. All right, now we'll lose him. Dirtbike says, speaking of Culp's Hill, why are the observation towers closed to the public? How long have they been closed? They're closed? I didn't know that. Were they closed? I didn't look when I went by. I didn't see it was closed. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the audience knows. 6 questions. Do you know the answer to this? I did not know they were closed, and yeah. Sometimes they'll close them when they repaint, so maybe they painted. Sometimes they'll close them, well, let's see, I don't know. They closed them during COVID. I don't know. Big Spence says, no rush, just love it. Oh, yep, no problem. I'll get them to you. Rick says, I would love to take one of those horse tours there. Well, you got to talk to Spence. He'll set you up. Reverend Wade is coming back. 9-2. That's a almost a just a what am I trying to say? Next month. David says, I regret nothing. I'm sorry, I regret not going to O'Hurley's after we talked that day in Gettysburg. I just couldn't do Antietam and O'Hurley's on the same day. Next time. I would recommend next time, go to O'Hurley's first, and then loop back up to Antietam. Sharpsburg is 10 minutes down the road from Shepherdstown. So it's not very far away. And then you could pop, if you go there in the morning, O'Hurley's, go to Antietam, pop down to Shepherdstown for lunch. Or if you skip lunch, pop down to Shepherdstown for dinner, then head back. They've got great restaurants in Shepherdstown. Oh, I love Shepherdstown. It's a great town. It's a great little town. I hate to say that, because now everybody's going to start taking note, and everybody's going to go, oh, I want to move here. And then Shepherdstown's going to get built up like you did to Gettysburg. And now we're going to have to go even further away to avoid the world. I'm telling you, Montana or Wyoming is where I'm going to end up. And I hate winter. Dirt Bike says, towers were locked up during the anniversary. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, so I didn't say anything. But I was thinking, I felt like they were closed during the anniversary. And you want to guess why they were closed? Yeah, oh, you did guess it. I didn't read the rest of your comment. Yes, because of the heat. You are a child, and so they must make the decision for you. And it was closed. Welcome to the nanny state. Late to the stream, but hi, friends. Hello, Mr. Gutty. How are you? Rick says, hey, Spence, I'll be back in Gettysburg for my birthday weekend, October 23rd to the 5th, coming up soon. David says he gets on that Antietam battlefield and has a hard time leaving. All right, then definitely start with O'Hurley's. Definitely start. Or, do a little overnight down there. Stay somewhere, get an Airbnb or a B&B in Shepherdstown, and then you can go a little more at your leisure. You don't have to worry about getting back here. Brian says, Matt, what's your favorite restaurant in Gettysburg? That is, I have to tell you, I've eaten at all of these restaurants so many times that they're starting to all taste alike to me. And that is no offense to any of them. That is just, you just get tongue blind to nuance after a while, because there's a lot of salt in everything, everywhere you go. But I'm going to tell you, I always enjoy dinner at the Dobbin House, of course. I mean, that's like a given, right? I have a favorite restaurant for different purposes. Dobbin for a nice dinner, especially in the winter. Like to go upstairs, a couple friends, or Cindy and I on a nice little date night, go upstairs, and then we do the old, oh, I forgot my wallet, and then she ends up paying, and it's wonderful. And then, let's see, what else? I don't really do that. I am so anal about leaving the house without my wallet. And because it's not because I don't want money, it's because if I get wrapped around a tree, I want them to be able to identify me. Um, okay, so there's that Dobbin House. Now, if I want to spend an enjoyable evening or afternoon outside, Farnsworth House Beer Garden. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, in the winter, if I want to go and bump into a fellow Gettys nerd, I'll go to Farnsworth or Sweeney's Tavern inside, have a couple drinks, strike up a conversation. But I must admit, those days I think are behind me because I just don't drink like I used to. And God, I'd rather just sit in my recliner and fall asleep at 7 o'clock. Especially in the winter, because it makes the winter go by faster if you sleep most of the way through it. What else? For Italian food, if you want a sit-down Italian dinner, La Bella Italia. But if I want pizza, and I'm limiting this, by the way, to in town. You asked me in Gettysburg, so these are all within town limits. So in other words, walkable if you're staying in town. But if I want just a pie or slice of pizza to bring back to the hotel room or something like that, well, it's the place that we get our pizza from every Wednesday or every other Wednesday when we do an Ask a Guide, and that's Antica Napoli. If I Fourscore, I also really like Fourscore for outdoor seating. Although if you don't get a table with an umbrella, you can scorch your scalp if you're not wearing a hat. If you are wearing a hat, then you have a very odd tan line. So make sure you get a table with an umbrella or sit inside. But I like the food there, and I like the beers. I resisted the craft brewery movement 10 or so, 15 years ago. I thought it was another millennial fad that I was just like, just get over yourselves. But I have to tell you, it's better than any beer that I could buy in the stores. And there are some that I like from the stores. But so Fourscore is a great place to go. Also, if I feel like good food and hard liquor drinks, I'll go to Mason-Dixon. Now, of course, I don't go to many of these places much anymore because it gets number one to go every week. And then also, how do you think I needed to lose 8 pounds? You guessed it, going out to eat all the time. So I now am more sparing with going out places that stick out in town that I often go to. And also, I don't really go out to eat unless a listener is in town or, friends are in town and they want to go out, because for them, it's more of a treat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to everything now, so it's the novelty, the luster has worn off because now I can go anytime I want. So I usually leave it up to the person who's visiting, because they have their favorites, and I used to be a visitor, so I understand. You've got your traditional restaurants. That was a Dobbin House for us. We'll stand an hour and 45 minutes outside sweating just to get that table downstairs so that we can get that spit roasted chicken, only to find out that they're out of the spit roast chicken because it's the most popular item on the dish down there. So then we learned the lesson. Do an old people's time dinner, 5:30, and you'll be able to get a spit roasted chicken. Now everybody's going to do it. But so we did. So we learned to start eating at old people time. And by the way, I'm a big proponent of eating at old people time because I'm starting to fall asleep at old people time. So that is a little word to the wise there. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave anybody out, especially if it is a place that I do like to go. Oh, Gettysburg Eddies. I love their wings. Their wing sauces are really good. And What else about them do I love? They often will have some good craft beers, either in the can or a bottle or on tap. Or there's a tour going on over there. Okay, so you see, very exciting. Let's see. I'm just gonna turn here. That's one of me. Oh, it's not Spencer. Okay, just wanted to see if Spencer was with the carriage tour, but he wasn't, ladies and gents. He wasn't. Ms. Lisi agrees. Eddie's wings are the best. They are, especially when you get them extra crispy. They are the best wings, I think, in town. Let's see. I'm going by quadrant of town in my mind here to figure it out. Yeah, I think I covered them. I think I got something. Yeah, but to answer your original question, I don't have a. I have a favorite per need or desire, right? If that makes sense. I mean, like, well, okay, for lunch, Gettysburg Baking Company. Also for breakfast. Oh, speaking of breakfast, though, Heartland Diner, and you have to try Honeybees. Yeah, there's a lot of good restaurants in town. There's some. The Honeybee used to be Ernie's Texas Wieners, or lunch, or whatever it was called. So they knocked down the wall, and it's a bigger place now, and like a full-scale restaurant. They have a lox and cream cheese bagel, which is fantastic. Stephen Taft often gets this great sausage and egg sandwich for breakfast. It's very good. So check that place out when you have a chance. Okay, now I think I covered it all. Oh, no, I didn't. Gettysburg. Gettysburger is good. What is it called? Sign of the Buck. You're gonna spend a little more, get smaller portions, but that's good. Like, you know, if you're trying to lose weight without using something like the Fat Shot, well, that's what you do. You go and you punish yourself by paying more for less portions, for smaller portions. Very good. It tastes very good, and just eat it slow, and that gives your brain time to catch up to your stomach or something like that. Blue and gray, yep, there you go, blue and gray. So a lot of the places that I'm listing are places that have parking. Because I live out of town now, so if I'm coming into town, I want a place that has parking. And I don't want to park on the street. I don't want to park in the parking garage. So I tend to choose for myself and recommend for others places that have their own parking. Some of those don't, though, like Sign of the Buck, the Gettysburger, and Honeybee. But they're worth the walk. Thanks, Matt, for the coffee, and I'm actually going to stop there now and get a coffee. Mr. Gutty, what's TPP? Rob says, whatever happened to Getty's Brew? I think I ate there first time I went to Gettysburg in 2002. So Getty's Brew, I believe, is now Battlefield Brew Works. I don't know if it's the same owner as back then or what, but That's what it is now. So it's still there, but I don't know what Getty's brew, like how it, I don't know the whole history of it, but yeah. Oh, Totem Pole Playhouse? I wouldn't eat there though. Wait, what do you, okay, I'm sorry. You must have had an earlier comment that I missed. Ask me again, or speak it again, or whatever. What about the Totem Pole Playhouse? What used to stand on the ground occupied by the miniature golf course? Well, that used to be a place called Mayflower's Chinese Buffet. Before that, I believe it was a Hardee's. And it's now, then it was torn down and it was an empty field for a while, and now it's the golf course. And Mayflower's was a very good Chinese buffet. We would go there a lot. If you're looking for Chinese, Lee's Buffet over on York Street is good. And we'll park over here so that we can get a beautiful view of the Jeb Stuart Monument. There it is. I'll zoom in on it for you a little bit. There we go. All right. Forgot all about the Hardee's that was there. Our Hardee's are all closing too. I don't think I've ever been to a Hardee's. Been to an Arby's. I don't think I've ever been to a Hardee's. Oh, and now I feel gypped because I'm imagining that's a vestige of the past that is barely remaining and will soon be gone entirely. So, all right, Mr. Getty said, sorry, I stayed a night in Gettysburg because I came to see the show at the Totem Pole Playhouse in April. During that time, I got some food at O'Rourke's and I thought it was great. That's all. Okay, there you go. So, Mr. Getty recommends O'Rourke's. What else is in this area here? Hardee's can go into the past. Yeah. Okay. I guess it wasn't any good. You know what's? And then I'll leave you with this thought-provoking observation. And I say that with sarcasm because I think anybody who's ever taken care of themselves will know I'm right here. It's amazing when you cut out sugar, breads, like unhealthy breads, fried food, like deep fried food, fast food in general. You cut it out for, successfully for months at a time. And then you go, oh, what the hell? One's not going to hurt me. And you eat it and you feel sick. Like, not like, oh, I'm going to throw up, or, oh, I've got a massive case of diarrhea coming on. You just feel from head to toe, from the surface of your skin to the core of your body, unwell. And also you realize the food doesn't really taste good. They just put a lot of salt in it. And then I was talking about this the other night when we were at Cigar Night at Ralph's. We were talking about the fat shot, and someone else who was there took it, and someone else, I'm not going to name names, someone else just started it. And so we were all talking about it, and we made the observation that because when you do it, if you're going to be successful, you have to do it right, and you have to eat healthy. You got to eat more protein, fruits, vegetables, et cetera, et cetera. So when you do that, while you're doing it, once in a while, your brain's like, yeah, but what about a pizza? What about a chocolate cake or something like that? And once in a while, you might give in, because it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to eat a lot of it. But you might give in once in a while and go, yeah, I remember that taste. But then you don't feel well afterwards. And you do that a few more times over the course of the first year. And then you go, yeah, I never feel well after I do it. Like, maybe this isn't good for me. And then all of a sudden what happens is you will notice, because eventually, you're going to build up an immunity to the drug, and it's going to work, but it's not going to work with 100% potency like it did before, even when you're at the highest dose, which I am now. But I notice that when I get to like day 6, it wears off, which was normal all along. But soon, if I keep taking it, I'll get to day 3 and it'll start wearing off, and I'll feel hunger pangs again. And then I have to practice self-control until my next dose. And so it's during those self-control days where when you are hungry, you actually crave whole foods, because you've trained yourself to, you've let your brain work again, and it now starts to crave healthy things for the benefits that they have, not sugar, because sugar is addictive. Like, you're rewiring your brain is what I'm saying. And that's the beauty of the fat shot. Because the brain is the strongest anything. It's the strongest eating organ. It's the strongest sexual organ. It's the strongest motive. Any organ you need, the brain is the strongest part of it, or it is the strongest organ in and of itself. So my point is, if you can do it and your doctor will let you and they'll prescribe it, do yourself a favor. It'll take a while. And if you can't, and but you're one of those people that's got good old-fashioned willpower, God bless you. I wish I could be that way. But I'm not. I never was. I was always a hedonist when it comes to certain things. And, good for you. Go ahead and do it. Yeah, and you know what to do. Just cut out the shitty foods and you'll feel fine and all that. Okay, whatever. Let's move on with our day now, ladies and gents. You have yourselves a great one. And, oh yeah, the pub at Federal Point. That's a good one too, Paul. You guys have a great day, great weekend as well. Maybe we'll do a little live video going down to Antietam. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? I haven't seen Pete in a while. I don't know if I want to distract everything. Maybe I just want to hang out with my best friend who I haven't seen in years. So that's what we'll do. Talk to you later.